Hello and welcome to this short video introduction on importing and mapping 3D quantities from Trimble Connect to Tactplan Schedule. Start by opening your 3D model in Trimble Connect. In here we can organize our data and data table by adding or removing properties, as seen in the menu in the video. Data can be grouped by type and location. A good tool to inspect and visualize certain quantities of the model. When you are done organizing your data table and viewing your 3D model, go ahead and export it to CSV. Open up the file in Excel in order to format the data. Using tools like Pivot Table on the imported data helps with preparing the data for import by choosing our own columns, rows and values. Bear in mind the extra value field settings and formatting options that can be edited in order for the data table to include the right values. Whenever you're done adding your necessary field values, adding a measuring rule and a unit of measurement for different element types will help filter the data table, a good tool in preparing the data for import. Going over to your schedule in Tactplan, exporting the quantities and location structure found in the Quantities tab allows for editing of the data to match the import settings. In Excel we copy our data from the pivoted data table and insert it in the cells where it belongs. Data such as name of activity, unit of measurement, and the quantity itself can all be copied straight over from the pivoted data table. Location precision needs to be manually defined in the data table, as well as a consumption rate to each activity. When done with copying the data, we can copy and import our quantities over to Tactplan. In here, just paste your clipboard in the pop-up menu, and check if your data is correct. When the data import has successfully loaded, the Schedule's Quantity tab will now look like the one shown in the video. In here, you can further check and verify that the data you have imported is correct. Linking tasks with quantities in Tactplan is possible with either single selecting a quantity and linking to a specific task, or by selecting multiple quantities at once. Once all quantities have been linked to different, appropriate tasks, we can view all our tasks in a different view such as talk time. In talk time we can further edit our quantities and therefore our durations, whilst further adding or removing quantities to tasks. Under the Quantities tab for a specific task, we can edit the consumption to either shorten or increase the duration of that task. Furthermore, we can either edit the productivity rate or the count, both found under the Resources tab, to also shorten or increase the duration of the task. Whenever you're satisfied with your work, you can get a quick overview of your resources, with the resource graph shown in the video. This has been a quick introduction video on importing and mapping 3D quantities from Trimble Connect to Tactplan Schedule.